Welcome to another episode, everyone. Got a few phone calls last night and this morning regarding the video that I did last night when I said that it was some buster shit, that the Avalons had apologized to the Mexicans. And one of these individuals on this phone call thought that perhaps I should come on here and apologize, not necessarily to the Avalons, but maybe to Avalon Blue. And the indication was that I don't really know what's going on behind the scenes, that all could be a play, that they could be gearing up, for something else that could just be a play for the internet, but really, they read it. So I don't, bro, listen, I don't give a damn about none of that. So the dude says that, bear in mind, we don't beef with the Avalons, of course. I told him my video was not about the Avalon. My video was specifically about Avalon Blue and Tone and what happened with that situation. The rest of the Avalons hadn't said anything. Hell, Big Tony made it clear. Cartoon, formerly known as Cartoon 53, Big Tony, Foundation Nation, go check out his channel. He made it clear that had he still been over there, had he been in charge or whatever, that it would not have happened like that, with them coming out and apologizing, thus acknowledging that the apology was wrong. Hell, I even had Southsiders telling me that if had it been their people, they would not have apologized. I know this already. That's the whole point. And as he and I are discussing this, I get another call. And we all know one another, so I end up merging the calls. Now, here's the thing. I'm not happy when I receive these phone calls as it is. I'll explain why in just a second. But now the second individual, he understood a little bit more why I made the video that I made. And the first individual did as well, but he was just saying, man, you were a little upset. We know how you are, bro. You're very passionate. And sometimes you might go off or rub people the wrong way. Perhaps they received a phone call or two themselves. Hey, I understand. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who it is or what hood it is. And it's not that I'm getting in another hood's business. They put this stuff out on the internet. I am a content creator, so I covered it. And I said what I said in there. I said how I felt. And I didn't denigrate or disparage anyone. I said that was some buster stuff, and it is. That was some hoe shit. And I'm not gonna go back on it. I'm not gonna apologize, and I'm not taking the video down. I'm not doing any of that. I will take a video down if I'm wrong. I will correct something if I'm wrong. I've been known to do it in the past, and I'll always do that. But in this situation, I don't feel like I was wrong whatsoever. That's subjective. That's my opinion. Other individuals may feel like I was wrong. That's fine. This is not a situation where we have, where we basing something on facts. This is just my opinion, so I'm not wrong in my opinion, as far as I am concerned. And at the end of the day, the individual looked silly having his young homie on the internet apologizing for what he did. There's no going back on that. I'll die on this hill, and I'll die for what I believe in. It's nothing against the Avalons. I have Avalons that I truly care about, that if they hit me up, I'll come out of retirement and I'll go over there and I'll risk my life for them. It's not about that. If he was Avalon Blue, Avalon Red, Avalon Green, Avalon Orange, it doesn't matter what his name is or where he's from. He's an OG who needs to set a better example. And this is why things look so foul for California and California gang members, particularly LA gang members, because LA gang members had a certain mystique for many years. with the advent of the internet, individuals coming on here exposing themselves and exposing a lot of gang politics, including myself. Things are different now. People are looking at LA a lot differently now. And individuals have already come out and said, like Snoopy badass, even though individuals say he's not a reliable source, that he's a snitch and he's a hood hopper and this and that. That all may be true, but that it does not mean that his words do not carry authenticity. When he says that LA gangs are afraid of Mexicans or they look soft, when he went viral, if you will, I covered that a few months ago for saying that, and everyone was upset and up in arms. But then when you come out and you do stuff like this, because your hood doesn't have any beef with any Mexican gang, you look soft. You look like you're scared. You look like you don't want any problems. Now, as I explained to them last night, so first of all, I was upset, as it were, because I was listening to music last night. That's the first time I've done that. I listen to it every day in my truck. It's rap music. I don't listen to slow music because it has me thinking about my mother. I'm supposed to be thinking about my potential wife, my future wife, when I'm listening to certain songs, right? But since my mother passed, every time I listen to slow music, I end up breaking down, basically. I'm thinking about my mother. My mother loved this sort of music as well. I have a whole lineup right there on YouTube that I listen to. Alicia Keys, Lessons Learned, Anthony Hamilton, Genuine Differences, and the list goes on. Kiki Wyatt, right? Gangster music. And I'm listening to it last night on my phone. I had a phone right by me, so I couldn't even go to sleep. Because I'm listening to this music for the first time in months, at least like 6 months, because of what it does to me. And per normal, I was emotional listening to the music. I was crying all into my pillow for some time last night, thinking about my mother, recalling certain things, recalling her last days and everything. I need to stop thinking about that and more think about her life and celebrating her life. And then, as I'm doing this, it's already a little late. This is when I get this call. The first call interrupted me. So I'm already not in a good mood. And I explained to them, you all remember that when I was young, I was real wild. I had a very bad temper. It was an explosive temper, violent even. And sometimes I scared even myself with this temper. There's still remnants of the temper right here in my soul, particularly after my mother passed. My fuse became very short, and I can go from 0 to 1 million so fast that it's scary. And I can be willing to die and ready to die and really mean that in that moment and right then and there. And because without my mother, it doesn't matter. But I've since calmed down. But I'm explaining to them, and y'all remember one time I used to be patrolling my neighborhood, basically. I took pride in that. I was young, but I was big, and I was wild. There's a liquor store over there that no one dare come to unless you were an ally. No one would get caught over there in this store because, well, you may not make it out. Things were extremely dangerous at this time. I'll be over there patrolling, and I used to sell illegal stuff right there in back of the store. I was young. And this individual came in the store that's an ally of ours. His gang doesn't beef with my gang. But I didn't like the way he was walking all up in the store. He was extra out before extra out was a thing. He was turned up. So I saw him come in, so I went inside the store. I'm like, what's up, bro? Where you from? I know where he is. I already know where you from. He told me, so I banged on him. I'm like, man, woo, it's Hoover. I'm like, you know where you at? And he's like, yeah, I know where I'm at, bro. Bro, it's me. Woo, I'm like, yeah, but you walking all up in here like this your hood, like you own the place or something, homie. You know what I mean? We get along with y'all and all that. You cool, bro, but this ain't your hood. And he looking in disbelief. Like, is this dude serious right now? Is he being serious? Like, y'all the homies. Like, he like, bro, you for real? I said, I'm so for real right now. I'm serious. Does it look like I'm playing? Bro, be careful how you walk around here. So he said something back. I basically reached on him. Like I was finna pull out and squeeze. It crossed my mind. It was just an instinct. My arm just went down. Like I was finna grab my thing and get off. Then I stopped myself. I'm like, bro, I said, man, just be careful. He like, oh, like that? Like, yeah, just be careful around here. And I walked out. I went back to the hood at some point that night, went home. And the next thing I know, I'm getting phone calls. Not long thereafter, individuals telling me that this individual and a couple of his homies done pulled up. And they're discussing this situation with my comrades. They're explaining what happened. They're saying, man, we homie. We act like this dude tripping. He act like he finna draw down on the homie, like he finna squeeze on the homie. Because we can't come over here or something. I mean, what y'all homie tripping? This dude tripping, like, baby, y'all need to do something to this dude. Get him, DP him, whatever. He tripping on the homie. And we cool. What's up? What's up with this? And I wasn't even right there. But my homies made it clear. They didn't even know, they didn't even have my side of the story. Because I had left. And they still told those dudes, man, we not doing nothing to the homie. Bro, be careful. First of all, y'all be careful over here talking about do something to our homie. First of all, let us talk to him and find out what happened. We cool. We act like we homies. We'll keep it that way. If that's what y'all want to do. But the homie, he out here, he patrolling the hood. If he on some funk, if he on some smoke, yeah, y'all the homies and all. But if he felt like, you all in the hood pressing like you run the hood, he said what he said. What we on? Probably why we have so many enemies. But, I mean, they had my back in that situation. They didn't throw me under the bus. They ain't come to the hood. You got to apologize. We finna DP you. They ain't tell everyone the homie's a clown, man. He young and wild, stupid. We gonna get on him. He should have known y'all the homies, y'all the ally, not to be pressing up on y'all like that. Hell no. We gonna crash him. Hell no. The hell? Get me out of here then. I don't want to be a part of this. Every situation I can ever think of, my people have my back, bro. That's it. In that situation, they didn't have his back. Or this one individual did not have his back. And I'm sick of these individuals being so tough all of the time with black individuals and with black gangs. Even someone like 4 Extra, who was talking about, the Mexicans are his brother, and that's okay. And he went back on No Jumper with Adam 22. After Adam 22 made these diss songs about him and talked about his hand being blown off and everything else, and him saying that he wanted to break Adam 22's face and he would never go back on No Jumper ever, and all of this stuff. And yet he found it in his heart to forgive him. He recently made a video where he was saying that Mexicans are his brothers, that we all grew up together, we're all the same and all that. Perhaps I'll get into that. I have something to say about that. And we did all grow up together. And it's not the rhetoric, it's not what he said in particular that the Mexicans are our brothers. It's just that I've never heard him call another black man his brother. That's the issue that I have. All I have ever heard him talk about is brutalizing another black man, hurting another black man, fighting another black man, killing another black man, never loving another black man, never emotional, saying that this is my brother. These are my brothers. It's as if you have nothing but hatred for black men. And individuals like this are a cancer to the community and need to get the hell out now. I'm trying to put together a crew to move these individuals out of the hood, out of the community, because they're an enemy to black people. They're hunting down black people exclusively. But when it comes to other individuals, they want no smoke. They're our brothers. No. Him right there is my brother first, because everybody hates us. I don't care where he's from. I don't care that he stays around the corner from me on a different freaking street, named after a racist. This street, some street named after a racist in this country. Someone who hated black people, like J. Edgar Hoover did, and because he stays on one street and I stay on another in a racist society, and the street is literally named after a racist individual, I want to brutalize my brother because he lives around the corner from me. But that's the dumbest thing ever. But I don't have this same smoke for anyone else. Well, you're a coward. You're a coward. You're a coward. You need to get the fuck out of the black community now, you cowards. You're a buster. You're a mark. I have no respect for you. And I'll die for what I'm saying right now. I'll stand on it. And I'll fight off all of you busters. Y'all marks. I'll take on all of you marks. Y'all some straight marks. I'd rather have me and 2 lions, 2 tigers, than have 100 cats. Me and my 2 tigers will take on all 100 of you cats. Y'all don't have any smoke for anyone else outside of the black community. None of you busters. Marks. Even worse, you OGs are disgusting, reprehensible. Not all of you, of course. You have some solid individuals still. I personally know some solid individuals that's older, that's my age, older, whatever, that you don't want to play with, you don't want to cross. They stay solid the whole time in their career, and they're still solid. Yes. But you also have some that are leaders and OGs by default. Again, as I alluded to in my prior video, these individuals are leading their hoods only because the real leaders have been killed or are in prison for the rest of their life, making way for these individuals to come into prominence because everyone else is up under them that's in the hood. The people who are on their level were above them, the real shot callers, they're dead or in prison. So now this dude comes around and tells the younger dudes, the younger generation, the so-called YNs, I'm an OG, I'm the G, I was a killer back in the day. I'm calling shot for the hood. They heard his name, the young dudes growing up a little bit. They don't know any better. His contemporaries The people that were on his level and above him, they know that he's a yeet, a hook. They know he's a czar. They know it. But they not around to speak on it. The individuals who are around now, they don't know it, that this dude was a real czar. And these are the individuals that are leading some of these hoods now. Some of these individuals who will get out here, get on the internet and say, I did 20 years in prison. Yeah. But they're not telling you the rest. If some of these dudes keep talking, I'm going to fill in the blanks. I've been threatening this for a while on my channel, and I've been stalling you dudes out. I fill in the blanks. Yeah, you did 15 years in prison or 20 years, but let's say exactly what happened while you were in there. You don't want that exposed. If you got something on me, please let it out. Please go ahead and expose it. It'll never happen. I'll stay stomped down, you busters. Level 4 stomped down, you busters, is what I did. No smut. 0. And I stood up for my people every step of the way in there. Ask anyone. From the county jail to the penitentiary. The one thing I would really get upset about, really get passionate about, is when there was a race issue. That's when you would see another side of me. When it came to defending my people. That I care about so much and have been so mistreated and continue to be so mistreated that I don't want to mistreat them too. I want them to know that I care about them. Because everyone else is letting them know that they do not care about them. So I feel like it's important to let them know that I do, that they are worthy of love, admiration, and respect. I keep the most smoke that I have a lot of it, for a certain demographic who I have yet to forgive. You silly ass Negroes, do what you want to do. I know how much you love them and forgive them. Good for you. I do not. Did you know that they cut the babies out of pregnant black women? Did you know that they would line up 5, 6 pregnant black women, cut the babies out of them, and kick their heads to see who can kick the head the farthest, kick the head off of the live baby that they just cut out of a woman's stomach without any anesthesia, any medication. You talk about getting stabbed, you just sitting right there, just cut you all the way open, stab you up, basically cut you open, get your baby out and kick it down the street. Yeah. People ask me, man, why are you so angry? Why are you so angry at this demographic? You're not angry enough. Oh, that's the past. I don't want to get into all that right now. Y'all can kiss my ass. I have no respect for any black man that has a lot of smoke for another black man, but for no one else. You've lost my respect immediately. Even when I was steeply involved in gangbanging, I had love for my people. I still had race pride, even then. And you individuals have none. all you want to do is brutalize another black man. All you do is talk about brutalizing another black man. But when something like this happens with another race, y'all tuck y'all tails. Not everyone, because you have black gangs that are into it with Mexican gangs and have been into it with these Mexican gangs for decades. Bloodthirsty, deadly wars. Deaths on both sides. So, allow me to disabuse you of the notion that California gangs or LA gangs are afraid of Mexicans. That's not true. These gangs have been going at it with Mexican gangs for a long time and holding their own. A lot of different gangs. No need to get into that because this is not what this is about, and we don't even want this beef anymore, as I've said when I've covered some of these beefs with the Mexican gangs. We don't want these beefs. We're all in the same boat. Just not sure how much they understand that. Sometimes we don't understand that. And peace treaty with the Mexicans is fine, and calling them your brother is fine, like 4 Extra did. What's not fine, what's not okay, is you having peace with a Mexican gang or any other gang from any other race, and you don't have peace with the black gang. Well, to me, that makes you a sellout. That makes you a brainwashed, indoctrinated sellout. A Tommy, a Sambo soldier. Devoid of race pride. You have been divested of your common sense. And you are a cancer to the community. When I look at you, I think about my little brother. And I say, this dude is a danger to my little brother. Why? Well, just because my brother is black. If he was white, he wouldn't be in any danger by these black dudes in the ghetto. If he's Mexican, he'll be okay. But this dude is a threat to black people exclusively. He's not a threat to anyone else. So when I see this individual, I see a threat to me, a threat to my family, and a threat to my community. Because this individual is in the community hunting down other black individuals to eliminate exclusively. He's not hunting down anyone else. He only wants to eliminate another black man. He only wants to be aggressive with and harass another black man. What you doing over here, man? Where you from? Freckle-faced Jimmy walks down the street. He doesn't get harassed whatsoever. But you as a black man can't walk down the street in a black neighborhood. The people who cut the babies out of your mother's stomach and kick the head down the street, they can walk down the street. But you can't. These individuals are brainwashed. They are a threat to no one but black people. And they need to start being treated as a threat to black people. An individual like 4 Extra comes out and makes a statement like that when he never talks about another brother as if he cares about him, as if he's his brother. All he talks about is hurting another brother and wants to talk about how much he loves everyone else. We need to tell people like that, you need to get out of our community and go over there with the people that you love, that you think love you. But you can't be over here because you are a threat to us, just like they are. You are openly admitting that you will take the life, you will brutalize another black man exclusively. because you're never talking about brutalizing anyone else. So when I look at you, I have to look at someone who's a threat to black people and no one else. You're just a threat to black people. Well, I don't want you around my people then. You are a threat to my people who I love and care about. I see you, I see a threat to my brothers. You could unalive one of my sisters. You're a threat to the community. And you need to get the hell out by any means necessary. We need to take these individuals, cut them in half, and get them out of there. If we're ever going to be free. Because they have nothing for anyone else. So there's my apology. Kiss my ass. That's what you do. And if you got a problem with what I'm saying, bro, hit me up and we can handle it. That's on everything I love. Man, you know what's up. Y'all know what's up with me. If you know, you know. I ain't just talking. You feel me? I'm outside. I die for what I've been. I ain't got to. What's up, bro? I'm not taking back nothing I said. That was some buster shit. Acting like y'all scared of the Mexicans. Like you don't want no beef. You don't want no problems. You'd rather brutalize your own homeboy from your hood before you want some problems with someone else. If it was a black gang that had been over there and he disrespected the black gang, y'all wouldn't have said nothing other than, oh, well, it's up then. Y'all got a problem with it. So yes, I have to look at this and say, something is amiss. Something is awry. I have to look at this and say, these individuals do not merit respect. Not from me. Everyone else do what they want to do. But you lost me with that one. You lost me with it. Because you got to be willing to die for your homeboy. That's representing your hood. That's what it's all about. Other than that, get out of it, man. Stop playing like you about this life. You're not. A lot of these dudes not. Like I said, these OGs too. Some of these dudes got smut on them. Straight smut from when they were in prison and in the county jail. Some of these individuals have been played with. I know this for a fact. Some of them been marked out. Some of them been played with, all sorts of stuff. You'd be shocked if I named some of these names. They know what I'm talking about. They've been hoping and begging I don't expose them. And I haven't. Don't push me though. And like I said, if you want to expose me about something, go right ahead. You ain't gonna find nothing. You can search up and down. There's nothing to expose me about, so I can say whatever I want to say and expose you busters. Because you can't expose me. Because me, unlike y'all, I have no smut. I didn't do anything wrong. Ain't nobody ever played with me. He already be dead. He been dead. He'd have been dead right then and there. If he played with me, he dead. Busters. Y'all ain't willing to die for nothing, stand on nothing, except harming another black man. But with everyone else, y'all have no smoke. Like I said, black people, start looking at these individuals as an enemy to the people. When you see these young black dudes in these hood vlogs walking around with these weapons, understand that these weapons are aimed at you and you only. They're only looking to harm other black people. They should not be celebrated. They should not even be tolerated. They should be excommunicated, exiled. You got to get out of the hood. Why I got to leave the black community? Because you are a threat to the black community. You're looking to harm the black community. We're trying to unite, come together, have a wealth transfer, build ourselves up, build our wealth, have unification and love for one another. We're sick of the nonsense. And you're still here causing destruction and havoc in the community as we're trying to prosper. Thus, making you a threat to the community, an enemy to the community. You have to go. Now, as I said, we've helped to start some of this nonsense. We being the OGs of my generation before me, like OG Gangsta, Baby Gangsta from Santana Block was talking about, yesterday. He's a generation before me. We helped pass along some of this nonsense, so we have to reach back down and try to get these dudes out of these situations, get them out of the gutter. But we're going to reach back down. This is what we're trying to do. Baby Gangsta was doing it yesterday as well. This is our life's work. Whatever life we have left, we need to try to redeem ourselves, redeem our lives, reach back in our community and right the wrong. The wrong that we put down there. We have to right it. We're going to reach out to you. We're going to tell you, man, we were wrong when we taught you that. When we told you that it was okay to harm and brutalize another black man, that the more black men that you brutalize, the more respect that you got, the more stripes you would get, the more reputable you became, the more that you brutalized another black man, the more black men that you hurt and killed, the more respect that you get. We were wrong for that. And we're telling you now to change that now. We're telling you what's right and what's wrong. And we're telling you to take the right way now. We're going to reach back. And once we correct our wrong and try to tell these individuals that we were wrong and what they're doing is wrong, and if they don't want to listen, then again, we have to get rid of them. We can't leave them behind right now. These are our people. We love them, and we help cause some of this mess. So we can't just abandon them. No, help clean up what the mess that we made. So stay here in the community. Reach back. Embrace them. Love them. Tell them that they are loved. Tell them to put these weapons down. Tell them to come with us. We have bigger fish to fry. We're not each other's enemy. We're going to do all of that. And if then you still don't listen, when you see the right way and you see the way out, then we got to get rid of you. It's going to hurt. But it necessitates our freedom and wealth transfer, so we have to do it. You either coming with us or you're not. There you go. Let me know what you think in the comments. I can go on and on, obviously. Sometimes I get to talking, I mean, hey. I mess with the Avalons, though. Shout out to the Avalons. I mess with the Avalons. But that dude there and what he did, no, I'm cool on that. That's it. He did put himself out there like he was representing the Avalon. This is why people are saying that, not just putting it on Blue, they putting it on the Avalons too. Because if he's not representing y'all, or if he's not the shot caller or whatever, y'all need to reel him back in. Because he out here representing, acting as if he is. And then, yeah, it is a reflection of the game. Then. Big Tony said it, like I said. Big Tony said, man, hell no, it wouldn't happen on my watch. And I believe that. I believe that for sure. No 10 trillion %. Cartoon 5-3, formerly Cartoon 5-3. He said, man, it wouldn't happen on my watch. He did a video over there. Go check it out. Yesterday. He said, well, this would not have happened on my watch. I don't know what this was. There it is right there. And what the dude did is wrong. It's crazy. It looked weak, soft. Their own homie saying that. Big Tony's an OG from over there. Triple OG. In his 60s. Been over there all his life. He raised these dudes since they was puppies. He know. He said it wouldn't have happened. Thus admitting that that wasn't a good look, that what he did was not something that he would have did as an OG. Where the hell I'm wrong at? Nowhere. Let's come together. Stay safe and stay free, people.